Spokesman for the Arkansas Department of Transportation, Dave Parker, joining us now over Zoom. Dave, thanks for joining us today. What's the latest on the conditions that you're hearing from your drivers out there?
Conditions in the River Valley, northwest Arkansas. We've got one lane that's pretty passable. The outside lane, of course, the right lane. Inside lane's a little tough right now. We're trying to focus on that. It came in as predicted. Again, the biggest enemy of all in the northwest River Valley is going to be that frigid cold. I mean, snowfall totals aren't super impressive, but we didn't anticipate that. It's going to be this cold because it changes the way that we have to treat and fight the roads. We'll go through and clear out what we can, but we know there's going to be a small sheet of ice there. So we're not going to really put down any more salt brine or even the beet juice, the super brine, because that has liquid, and with temperatures this cold, it can freeze. So we'll put down rock salt in some cases after we make that first run. So very difficult conditions. One lane passable. We still got a ways to go on this one.
Yeah, Bobby Hopper Tunnel, always the kind of pain area for a lot of drivers. We notice a lot of backups. How is your team going to actively get the snow and ice buildup off the roads? I know you mentioned that there are a few different methods you guys are going to use. At what point do we start using that beet juice that you and I talked about last week?
I think we're going to stay away from the beet juice now, because it has a liquid in it. The temperature is going to be so cold, 2-3 degrees, wind chills minus 15, that we don't really want anything with liquid in it. It can freeze at some point. It can make things worse. So I think we'll continue plowing, take care of it that way, and then put down more abrasive material, the rock salt, which has no liquid in it, and then kind of work that in it to give drivers a little bit of traction.
Now, specifically bridges and overpasses, we know those can be some of the most dangerous slick spots out there. Is there any extra attention that you have to give to those spots?
Oh, sure. Yeah, those got our first attention Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We put the salt brine down on those. We had a really good day yesterday. Saturday was relatively, clear, somewhat warm now compared to today. And, it was dry. There wasn't any moisture out there. So we got down the salt brine yesterday on all the bridges and overpasses in the northwest counties, which is great. It allowed us to kind of get that first wave of defense down. And now the frigid cold comes in, a little bit of snow, and we'll put down other materials, mainly rock salt, less, of the liquid material, because anything we put down is going to freeze right now.
That's all good to know, Dave. I know your plows are out on the roads right now. What message do you have for drivers who are having to drive near them? How far should they be staying behind them? Should they be passing them if they're on the interstate in that area? What are your tips for drivers?
I mean, I understand if our plow's in the right lane and you need to pass on the left for whatever reason, just be extremely careful. And again, that left lane is going to be a little more covered with snow, potentially ice, because it's less traveled. It should be. It's the passing lane, so be extra careful there. Distance-wise, whatever you allow yourself on a normal day, I would at least triple that. Give yourself more and more space for us to work and for your own safety. But number one, just be safe. Now, we hit nightfall. It's going to be even more difficult, of course. Visibility is going down. Tomorrow even, we may get a little bit, believe it or not, a little bit of melting tomorrow, but anything that melts is just going to freeze back up again. So black ice becomes a concern for Monday afternoon, Monday evening.
As those temperatures continue to drop. Dave Parker with the Arkansas Department of Transportation, we appreciate your time tonight.